So what brings you here?
Well, a few days ago, I kissed this girl at a kissing booth. And now, I just can't seem to stop thinking about it.
Neither can she.
Plus, I miss my roommate. I really liked him.
Well, he's right in here.
I'm Vanessa Zoltan.
I'm Hannah McGregor.
And this is Hot and Bothered.
Okay, so we are talking about the happily ever after conclusion of She's the Man.
Yeah, we are.
Vanessa, summarize for us what happens in this final part of the movie.
So Viola is fully Viola now. There's no more Viola as Sebastian. There's just Viola and her twin brother Sebastian. And she has invited Duke to be her date to the debutante ball, but she hasn't heard back as to whether or not he's going to show. She goes on a little walk after her mom says to her, "Oh, sweetie, you don't need a man to wear a pretty dress." So she goes on a little walk to think about, the meaning of life. And she's like at this country club and there's mist everywhere. And she goes, "Oh, I can't believe you came." And it's like someone from the grounds team.
Yeah, it's like the groundskeeper. He's there to turn the sprinklers on.
He has to turn the sprinklers on and he's concerned it'll ruin her blowout. So he's like, "Can you please get off the golf course so I can turn the sprinklers on?" And then she turns around and Channing Tatum is standing there in a tux.
What a pretty boy.
He is the prettiest boy and such a good dancer. And he comes up and he makes it all about this original kiss. He was like, "A couple of weeks ago, I kissed this girl." And it was really hot. And then Amanda Bynes might be a comic genius, but her dramatic acting skills in this moment made me so embarrassed for her.
That's not her strength. Her strength is mugging.
Because Duke is like, "I also really liked my roommate." And she looks at him and goes, "Well, he's right in here," pointing to her heart.
Points to her heart.
And it made me so embarrassed for her.
Oh my God, but it's so funny.
But she's not trying to be funny.
No, but like as a written line, it's really funny.
But I do think a better line reading could have done some work there. Like, he's right in here, right? Like, I don't want to say I'm a better actress than Amanda Bynes, but did I just nail it more than she did? Yes. So she says, "Everything you told me as a guy made me like you more as a girl." So it is this like homosocial space that you were talking about in our last episode, right? Where they were able to be vulnerable with each other. And she has to stay a girl now. He tells her that he's really excited to date her, but now she has to be a girl all the time.
And she's like, "I promise, all girl from here on out, except the secret boy I just said was in my heart."
And then Viola and Duke come out at the debutante ball. They make out on stage. None of the other couples make out on stage.
Oh, I think that's the point. I think it's like, she's a badass.
Yeah. No, she does like a lot of fist pumping and is like, "I won at debutante-ness."
At soccer and debutante.
At
High five.
Soccer, check. Debutante, check. Again, we have this very Shakespearean thing of so many couples are together. Toby and Eunice are together. Parents are reunited. Sebastian is with Olivia. Like, so many couples.
Yeah. Andrew is with gay best friend.
Kind of. They flirt. They eye connect for the first time, right?
That's the 100% of the legal queer content in a mainstream 2006 movie.
Sure. Yeah. I just don't want us to be giving 2006 too much credit. But yes, they are as together as two men were allowed to be together on screen in 2006 and be happy, and no one was dying. And now Viola is on the boys' soccer team because she is the only amazing girl at soccer. She's completely forgotten about the other girls who don't have a soccer team. She's like, "That's fine. I'm great at soccer, so I get to play with the boys." The end.
Yeah. Yeah. She's also great at soccer because Duke taught her to be great at soccer.
Sure.
It is a point of contention I have with this movie that part of the whole premise up front is that she's as good as any of the guys on the team. And then when she tries out for the team, she doesn't make it and has to be taught by a guy how to play soccer better.
Well, she doesn't get taught how to play soccer better. She gets taught how to like jump over a ladder better. You actually
That's
don't even see.
Vital to soccer. Sorry. Do you not know how many ladders there are in soccer? It's a very ladder intensive game.
I don't know. I'm American. So, Hannah, how does this scene contribute to what this movie believes about love?
Yeah, I mean, part of it is that it just takes the movie's subtext about love and then just says it right out loud, which is always a convenient thing for the end of a movie to do, right? So in that moment where Viola is like, I like you because of the stuff you told me when you thought I was a guy. That is what made me interested in you. That's it. That's the subtext of the movie. Now, the text of the movie. But certainly also, I was struck by how paralleled the winning of the game and the winning of the debutante ball were, right? The fact that she like fist pumps and is applauded at the debutante ball really made dating seem like a sport.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's kind of part of the point of the movie is that like he's teaching her how to play soccer better and she's teaching her how to do dating better. And at the end of it, they both won at both soccer and dating.
Exactly what you just said makes me so grumpy that like she's so good. She goes to this other school and then she isn't actually that good. I'm like, what are you trying to tell me about female athletes? I kind of don't even care what it is. I just want it to be cohesive.
Yeah. It's got a fundamental logic flaw in the center of the movie that like either girls are as good at sports as guys are or they aren't. I mean, I know it's not as simple as that, but the movie's making big swings, big kicks.
Yeah. Look at you doing sports.
That was about soccer.
I don't think this movie is about love. Is what I think the end of this movie proves is that it's not about love. I think this movie is about attraction. And I think that is like great. And at the end, she's like jumping into his arms because she's so good at sports. And it's like very sweet and sexy. And I just think that this is about two dum-dums who find each other hot and both love soccer. And I am so happy for them.
Yeah.
The stakes of this movie are so low to me.
It's unbelievably low stakes.
The movie that I want to watch is about like them trying to reinstate the girls' soccer team at the original school.
Yeah.
And that like she tests, you know, whether or not a man is good enough for her as to whether or not he's willing to use his social capital for, you know, women in sports.
Yeah.
But this is the movie I got.
I mean, at the beginning of the movie, they specifically mention the fact that they are hoping to be scouted by colleges.
Yes.
I mean, that disappears. It's never brought up again.
No, in theory, the stakes are high.
But like, they're not because these kids are rich and they're at a preparatory school. So I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, they can walk onto the team. This would make the whole movie better to me. If at the beginning, the girls' team got dissolved for a reason other than not enough girls signed up. Because it's like very victim blamey to me. It's like, well, girls don't like sports and that's why there aren't teams. And I'm like, that's just not
But like
true.
very quickly, they're like, cool, make it a co-ed team.
Yes. The girls are great. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would love to see just in that like final soccer playing montage, like more girls trying out for the team. Just any other girls would be great.
If it was just one other girl. And what I would really love to see, what would make me so happy, is some of the other girls on the other team, on the sexist team, right? The team where there is no longer a girls' team. There should just be a shot where, like, the sexist jerky coach has 3 girls on his quote-unquote boys' team, and it's not a boys' team anymore. That is how this movie could have ended and been so sexy to me. Channing Tatum could be like, obviously, she's probably not the only girl who's amazing at soccer. Let's open up tryouts.
Yeah. Come on, Channing Tatum. Be an ally.
He's probably too busy practicing his ballet.
He's too busy holding his emotional support soccer ball.
And eating his emotional support Gouda.
Wasn't that her favorite cheese?
Yeah. No, it's like a very...
We never find out what his favorite cheese is.
He says that he likes Gouda. He's like, yeah, Gouda's good, you know.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. Hannah, what stood out to you about the last little bit of this movie?
I mean, that I feel like I could write a thesis on that promise she makes to stay a girl.
Yeah.
The need for that promise, the need for that, as we were talking about in the last episode, that like return to order suggests, you know, the film's deep anxiety about the homosociality of how the two of them got together, about all of the queer subtexts of them being drawn to each other, and this insistence that like there will be no further gender play. We have seen lots and lots of gender play that is done now, and it is stable, and she will stay a girl forever, we promise. Suggests to me like the profoundly, I mean, the film's anxiety about gender and sexuality, and also the like profoundly subversive power of gender play and queerness. Like, you wouldn't need to emphasize the return to quote unquote normal with so much explicitness if there wasn't like a real powerful destabilizing force at work in the ease with which Viola switches back and forth between being a boy and a girl.
So much so, and this really is one of the things that I absolutely would fix. If the director was like, hey, Vanessa, you can fix one thing without changing the like central tone of the movie, I would go and put Amanda Bynes' hair in a ponytail in that last scene. Because it's like dangerous to play like a contactee sport with that much hair down. But I understand, like, the director would actually say, actually, Vanessa, that is a very high stakes thing. I said you could only change something minor. Her hair down is so important because it makes her even girlier, and she's a girl. Yeah. And I'd be like, I'm concerned about safety.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that she doesn't get a haircut for this whole, that she like goes to her friend who seems to cut hair professionally and is like, I need you to turn me into a guy. And he gives her a wig and fake eyebrows. Yeah, I mean, a haircut would be great. If I could change one small thing, I would have her keep the sideburns.
Oh, yeah.
Hair down, full femme sideburns. Are there other things for you, Vanessa, that stood out in the end of this movie?
It like tries to make jokes again, right? Like
classic comedy.
Like, I'm a comedy. It like does a little bit of that. I'm not gonna lie. I laughed when the groundskeeper showed up. I was like, that's funny.
Yeah, it's so silly. And then he's right behind her.
Yeah.
Duke is right behind her. It's so goofy.
I just fell for it. I think the movie is like sappy enough and on the nose enough that the fact that she was about to see him in this mist, I was like, oh, here he comes. And they were like, you thought we were zigging, but we're zagging, Vanessa. I was like, you tricked me. Good job, movie.
Oh, movie. You got me again.
You got me. Yeah, and just the other thing that I found interesting, I mean, like, you know, this is right before the ending, but we do see it in the ending also, is that the screwball comedy is so thoroughly ended. There's such a restoration of like conservative values that her parents get back together.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she's literally like, what if we all go to family dinner? the hint is that like this is going to be one household again, and so the kids aren't going to be able to just like run around anymore. They're going to be able to better monitor these children. And we see that in the ending debutante thing as we like pan around to see all the couples who are together. The parents have reunited.
Yeah.
Again, this like the more heterosexual couples, the better thing, right?
Yeah.
The more screwball the comedy is in the middle, the more conservative the ending has to be.
Yeah. Yeah. And that close association of heterosexual romance between primarily wealthy white people is synonymous with order.
Yeah.
Like that is also a really important thing to remember, that like what are the politics and logics underpinning that. And like one of them is sort of the reproductive futurity of rich white people is essential to the ongoing power of white supremacy. Like that is what is happening in this final scene, is like a promise that the white nation will continue to be a white nation, and that wealthy white people will couple up and continue to have children and buttress up the various private institutions in which they coalesce their power.
And therefore the homosocial world can also continue, right? Like
for sure.
Golf courses can stay. I will say in defense of this movie that I don't like, the freak and the kid of color are also going to have babies.
Yeah, they are. Can we take a moment to discuss the mid-2000s trope of you gotta have a freaky couple?
Yes.
Because we've got the rom-com best friend trope, but I feel like 2000s comedies in particular usually have a freaky little pervert. Like, you just gotta have somebody whose behavior is so over the top bizarre, and then somebody else who is like, I like this absolutely unhinged behavior you have been displaying. I was thinking about that kiss scene between Eunice and Toby, the unhinged way they kiss each other.
Yeah.
Sort of eyes closed, tongues out.
Sure. Can't lose.
Eyes closed, tongues out, can't lose. Yeah, absolutely. And then collapsing onto the soccer field.
Yeah.
Like, what's up with that? What's that doing?
I want to say that I think it starts with American Pie, which I believe either came out in 99 or 2000. Allison Hannigan playing Michelle, the band camp girl, right?
Who is, again, another OG little freak.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I do think the success of that movie in 99 just, like, made people want to replicate it, that it, like, became a bit, right? Because American Pie was so successful. It made over $200 million and cost, like, $0 to make. And the cultural impact, like, MILF was huge cultural impact of this movie. And so I want to say that it's like just going after that 200 mil.
Yeah.
But that is like the economics of it. I don't know why what it does is art.
Or like, why is it popular? Like, why is it part of the formula of a popular comedy of this era? What's it saying?
I mean, I think what it's saying is, like, if you don't fit into this, it's fine. We know that, like, we want kinky freaks to buy movie tickets, too.
Love is for everyone, even little freaks.
It is a way to be inclusive without being intersectional, right?
Yeah.
It's like, freaks deserve love, too. And you're like, do black people? And they're like, shh.
Shh. Yeah, but we were going to have one on-screen speaking role, black character, and it seems, according to the logic of the movie, that his blackness is somehow structurally equivalent to Eunice's little freakiness.
To her braces. Braces are to Eunice as blackness is to Toby.
It's not just the braces. Eunice is so much weirder than just having braces. Just seeing Eunice and Toby in that final scene really made me think of the idea of the exception that proves the rule.
Mm-hmm.
Like, normalcy and order is restored, even to the point that at the debutante ball, even our little freaks are there. And that's progress. That's the future liberals want. Little freaks at the debutante ball.
Next week, we are watching the movie that inspired this whole trend of high school adaptations of classic literature, Clueless.
You've been listening to Hot and Bothered. We're a small show, so we need your support to run. If you can, please consider supporting our Patreon at patreon.com/hotandbotheredrompod. Love the show? Please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. Make it nice. Make it 5 stars. Tell us that we're cool and smart and funny. We are a Not Sorry production. Our executive producer is Vanessa Zoltan. We're edited and produced by Ariana Nettleman, and we're distributed by Acast. Thanks, as always, to our soulmate-level patrons, Molly Reilly, who we would chase through an airport to declare our love to, Becky Boo, who we would wait for hours on the Empire State Building for, Elizabeth Schweinsberg, whose heart we would play a game of one-on-one basketball for, and Lauren Bayer O'Connell, who we would call up on stage to dance with us in front of the whole summer camp. And thanks to our team, Julia Argy, Nikki Zoltan, AJ Uramas, Courtney Brown, and Stephanie Paulsell.